Sooners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined here in the booth by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get to the action on the field. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the conference championship trophy. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. So TCU's will get the first crack on offense today. And here he comes, the quarterback, all eyes on him. He's the guy that just makes everything go.
Well, this guy's Mr. Do-It-All. It's almost odd to say this about a quarterback, but he truly does. He's the echo of the coach and the connector of this offense. When everyone is hooked up to him, this team operates at maximum capacity, and that usually means their opposition is in trouble.
First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Chris, it's so much fun to watch the athleticism at the wide receiver position nowadays. The ability to make plays on the outside is extraordinary, and they bring a certain toughness, too, that catches my eye.
Tackle at the 40, that'll earn a fresh set of downs.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
Second down after that run on the previous play. The back's got it. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Boy, this defense is stepping up here early in this game, really controlling the line of scrimmage. Just nowhere to go on this last play. And now we've got a third down, a big opportunity for this defense to get off the field.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. Quarterback looking to scramble. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
Quick completion with the tight end. He's brought down after a short gain that's not going to be first down yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Quarterback making some changes at the line. Looking to pass here on second down. Defense is coming after him. Avoiding the sack, but the scramble results in just a very short gain. Here comes the 7th play of a good-looking opening drive, but it's third down now. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Makes a quick grab. The game picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, it's a good thing they pick up the first down here, because it would have been interesting to see. They were kind of in that no man's area there. If they did not pick up the first down, would they have kicked the field goal or would they have gone for it? But here, it doesn't matter. Nice first down.
Becoming a long drive, the 9th play coming up. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
For the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
In the 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Well, Chris, this was my big fear for this offense coming into this game. And here we see it on the opening drive. Taking a chance, trying to make a play, but you can't do that against these guys. One of the top pass defenses in the country steps in front of it to give their own offense a really good chance to put points on the board.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? Off the play fake, looking to throw. Lets it go quickly. It's caught downfield. Tackle made after a big gain. The Sooners will come to the line to run the hurry-up.
Another Oklahoma receiver making a big-time play for this offense. Man, it just seems like over the years, so many big-time, dynamic receivers have come to Norman. Integral piece of this offense, and it'll get you the yards you need.
Offense operating at high tempo now, no huddle. Back to pass. It's Arnold. Looking for the wideout. He makes the grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. And the Sooners with 1st and 10 here. Here comes a throw from the red zone. And it's intercepted right near the goal line. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
Well, this isn't exactly how we envision this game getting started. You see an interception early, you're thinking, okay, great opportunity. Bang, they throw an interception right back. So everything is even. We can start all over, and the offense comes back out on the field.
They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. Play action fake, looking to throw. That's caught. It's Golden. It's a solid gain, moves the ball out to the 28.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route running. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What is an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend 1st down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that 1st down.
So, Kirk, we reached the end of one. So far, a defensive stalemate here in the early stats illustrating the story. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this 3rd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. Nice grab. It's Golden. He's found some room at the 45. Out of bounds, but not before a huge gain. Offense gets a fresh set of downs.
Chris, all week they heard about how fast this guy is. The defensive coordinator told them they watched the film. They've seen this guy a lot, but I think the reality of seeing it now in person, I think it's surprised them. They've got to make some adjustments.
And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
There we go. The defense is able to finally get some pressure on this guy. That's one way to slow him down. He has had one heck of a drive, but this time, give the defense some credit for getting after him.
Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. 2nd down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the out route. Tackle finally made. That's a very solid gain, but not close to 1st down yardage yet. They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. He stopped short of the marker, so it's 4th down now.
Man, that jet sweep action puts so much pressure on a defense. You get so locked in on the ball attacking you downhill. But when offenses sprinkle this kind of offense in, it stretches this defense out wide. It can create some vertical seams for big plays.
Coach decides no field goal attempt. The offense is out there to go for it on 4th down. Quick throw by the quarterback off the RPO. They've got him, but he easily makes the 1st down, and this drive keeps going.
Boy, that conversion right there was an absolute dart by the quarterback, hitting his receiver, and the ball comes out that fast to put so much pressure on the defense to locate the football, let alone trying to get their hands on it.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path, just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up
Touchdown, Horned Frogs. Strong game by this quarterback. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
They'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. And so it'll be a touchback. Ball spotted at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. The last possession ended in a dreaded red zone interception. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly error. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. And looking to throw now on first down. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down.
Boy, this quarterback is living on the edge. Remember, he threw an interception on the last drive. Thought he might learn from that. Instead, he throws the ball right back into coverage. I thought he threw another pick. He better change the way he's playing the game or he's going to cost his team a game.
Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I like how this defense is bringing pressure from all over the field, and that's the key in putting together a good defensive strategy. On this play, it came from the outside linebacker, and he gets to the quarterback.
So a tricky situation here. 3rd and very long inside your own 20. How much of a risk do you take? You know, this defense could be very aggressive at this moment. Defense able to stop him. It's 4th down now.
You know, it's 3rd down. As a quarterback, you're sitting there back in the pocket trying to find a matchup that you like. Pretty much everything taken away. I like his thought to get it to the running back because he's a talented, gifted player, but he just could not wiggle free to pick up the first down.
And the returner decides to signal fair catch. And the TCU offense is back out on the field. Great possession last time. They punched it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? Looking for some space. It's Haynes. Nowhere to go. The ball knocked loose. Offense recovers the fumble, maintains possession. So that offensive penalty will be declined, but the defense, they're happy to take the result of that play. 2nd down here. Time for perhaps just one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's the 2-minute warning of this close, competitive first half. Here's the 2nd down play. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. He's running out of time here. Didn't see anybody open, just throws it away. And that's not going to bring up 3rd down. See if the offense can move the chains at that incompletion. They'll change the pre-snap look now. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. And he cannot escape the defense with a sack. And a timeout is called. Important stage late here in the 2nd quarter. The Horned Frogs will line up to punt it away. Coverage team able to bring him down. Okay, so here comes the Oklahoma offense back on the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. It's a quick grab.
You know, they don't pick up the first down here, but they do get some positive yards, and I really like the route to get enough separation to give the quarterback enough room to put it in there.
Defense makes the stop very close to a first down. They crank up the tempo here for this important 3rd down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Down he goes, a sack. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down, just to get everybody on the same page. The Sooners will bring their punt team on the field now. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And we'll see what he can do on the return. The coverage team able to bring the returner to the ground. And the Horned Frogs offense takes the field now. They're looking to build on the lead. They had to punt the football in their last possession. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. First down, looking to throw the ball. He's going to be brought down by that ferocious pass rush. Nice sack.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Quarterback pre-snap adjustments now for this defense. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Pressure comes, and once again, no escape. And now the defense will call a timeout here. There's something they didn't like about that look, and they'll make an adjustment before this important play. Third and long. If this defense gets a third sack in a row, this place will come unhinged. There's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Contact as he let the ball go. And is intercepted. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, I think I can hear him calling out blocks after that pick. Or was it the defensive coordinator next door up here in the booth? Either way, they were looking to score after coming up with that interception. The offense, if they did anything right, it was keeping them out of the end zone.
Looking to the end zone. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a first and goal for this offense. Looking to pass. It's Arnold. And it's picked off in the end zone. Not just the pick, but a big return. Sets up the offense in good position.
Boy, this quarterback's got to regroup. That's his second interception in this game right now. He's got to do a better job. But, Chris, it's easy to sit up here and say that. Could be the receiver running the wrong route. Balls sometimes can get tipped. All we know is at the end of the day, the guy pulling the trigger is responsible.
Looking to throw it deep. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. A tight end makes the catch downfield. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. So with only a few seconds left in the half, out comes the field goal unit. And he's made it from 50 yards out, showing off the deep range. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update.
Chris, a first half that gave us some riveting moments, not to mention the dramatic and the unexpected. In other words, a dynamite start to the Big 12 championship.
And he'll lead the kickoff right there. We'll start from the 25. And the Sooners offense is back out on the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. They start the drive with a quick throw to the left side. They get him down, but the game moves the ball up to the 36. The Sooners will crank up the tempo.
But when they're throwing the football like this, it is really hard to defend this offense because of the timing of the quarterback with his wide receiver.
And that pass rush has trapped him. It's a sack.
And just like that, you squeeze the life out of this offense. That's another sack by this defense. They have been in that backfield the entire game, and a big reason why these guys are enjoying a lead.
With the sack on first down, it's second down. They'll run it from the gun. And the run moves the ball up to the 33. Urgency now for the offense. They'd hate to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. Looking to throw it on third and very long. Fires it to the wideout. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline. And the Sooners are going to keep this drive rolling.
Really good job here of converting by this offense. And let's face it, at this point in the game, because they have such a big hold.
And he's going to fling it deep, going for it all here. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown. Offense in a split backfield now. To the air, it's Arnold. Snags the quick throw. Great defensive play, tackled quickly. Not much of a gain. Offense in hurry-up mode. The DB's right near the line now, showing press coverage. Looking to throw again. He's moving out of the pocket. Using his legs here. Finding some room at the 25. He'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Still searching for their first touchdown of the game, but on the move now. It's first and 10. Looking to throw it from the red zone. Lets it fly to the wideout. Catch made in the end zone. Receivers are bunched together. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. Looking to throw it on first down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. It's a huge gain. He's got it inside the 30.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. And let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down.
You know, all week the defensive coordinator told us about the quarterback. He told us about the receivers and how they're going to throw the football. But, man, they better get locked in on stopping this run game because that was a big-time game.
Caught quickly. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way.
Just a really good job by the corner here recognizing this wide receiver screen because he was so quick to react. When the receiver makes the catch, he's right there to make that tackle.
Oh, and he fumbles. Looks like the defense has it.
Chris, we're in the fourth quarter. You're in the red zone, looking to maybe put this game away, and you turn it over. You've given this opponent some life.
The Oklahoma offense is back on the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession, right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Has the first down, still on the move. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play. The Sooners will hustle to the line here to run the hurry-up.
A nice first down here by this dual-threat quarterback, putting a lot of pressure on this defense and really living up to the history of the quarterback play and what we've seen from the Sooners over the last decade or so. Quarterbacks who can run it and throw it, and you put so much pressure on the defensive coordinator.
Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Caught over the middle. It's Gibson. They bring him down, but he was fast enough to get that first down yardage. The Sooners come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. On first down, it's play action. And he's tackled behind the line, but there's a flag down. Offside. Defense.
What I always loved Sides call is when they're always pointing at each other. You know, he did it. I didn't do it. Put it on him. We know this time it's on the defense. They're going to make the right call.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Running back with the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Second down play coming up for this offense. To throw, it's Arnold. Bringing pressure. And he can't escape. It's a sack for the defense.
Well, Chris, after another sack, these guys are going to be facing another third down and long situation. It seems like that's been the theme in this football game. They cannot stay on schedule offensively, making it very easy for the defense to get after the quarterback when you know he's in a must-throw situation.
On the run here. Let's it go. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. The defense will wrap him up after a 7-yard gain. It'll bring up fourth down. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. And the punt will bounce and go out of bounds down at the 5-yard line. And the TCU offense takes the field. They're looking to protect the lead and protect the football. The last possession, remember, ended in a fumble.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the first down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better defend this style of play moving forward.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. Grab behind the line. It's Golden. And the Horned Frogs look to keep this drive moving.
And you just continue to see the chemistry between these two. And they told us yesterday in our production meeting, they spent hours and hours of working and developing that chemistry and that rhythm.
Testing the defense with a throw downfield. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big game. Takes it all the way to the house. Touchdown, Texas Christian.
Boy, we see more and more of this in college football. You get the right guy in that slot that can win the one-on-one matchups. You take some chances. Here they got the matchup that they wanted and hit it for the touchdown.
Extra point try coming now. PAT is good, and they go up 17-7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Time for one more play here in the quarter. They'll try and run it. Here's the running back. And the tackle is made as time runs out in the third quarter. And Kirk, it's TCU with the lead so far. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back to throw. It's Arnold. Quick throw over the middle. There's a wide open receiver, complete. He'll be taken down, but he crosses midfield to the 48. The Sooners will come to the line to crank up the tempo.
Hey, it's a nice gain here, and they get the first down to stop the clock. But late in the game, trailing by a couple scores, these receivers have got to be thinking about getting out of bounds as often as they can to preserve that clock, to give them a real shot to come back to win it.
And the quarterback keeps it here. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain. They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. He'll hand it off. Defense stops him short of the marker, so now it's fourth down. Down late, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to chip away at this lead. Fourth down. He's throwing for it. And it's incomplete, and the drive will fizzle out here in the final minutes. First down here for this offense. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards. Nice 2nd and 2.
Well, this is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football. You got a great chance at a victory.
And the Horned Frogs pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going.
Good call here by the offense to be able to pick up this first down. And Chris, it makes you wonder, with under 3 minutes to go in this game and trailing, the defense sitting back in their base, I thought they might be in a little bit more of an aggressive mindset, turning the blitz loose, trying to create some plays to get the football back.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. Handoff here from the shotgun. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
Oh, it's snapped to the back. They make the first down, brought down to the 31.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
Just a small gain, looking at 2nd and 9.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. This is a big third down play coming up. If they can get the stop, you have to believe we'd see a timeout. Dropping back, they're going to throw for the first down. Pass caught, can he get in? And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the extra point up and good makes it a 3-score game, up 17 here in the fourth. Kickoff team's on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. He thought about returning it, but instead takes a knee. It'll be a touchback, and they'll start at the 25. And the Sooners offense is back on the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. Looking downfield, it's Arnold. Looks left and finds his target there. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Defenses all around the country have got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
And it's complete downfield. A huge gain moves the ball to the plus 22. Great scoring position now. And a quick timeout call by the offense. Trying to preserve as much clock as possible. First and 10 now for the offense. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. Not much on the return, but they create the turnover.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
First down, looking to throw the football. It's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Good pass rush there on first down. So second down after the incompletion. They're going to run it here. But only a 1-yard gain, so it's 3rd and 9 coming up. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They've got him. It's a sack from the defense.
Well, the quarterback makes a mistake here. That's football 101. Once you get outside of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation and not take the sack, especially in the 4th quarter.
Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Needs a completion here on 4th down. And he's brought down. A sack will end this drive. Huge play here by the defense.
That's really good coverage downfield, and it just looked like the quarterback was waiting and waiting and waiting a little bit too long. By the time he decides to try to make a throw, nothing's open. And result is a sack and a turnover on downs.
Catch made to the sideline, but they get nothing out of it. Coming to the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. Defense not pressing this time. Looking for 6. Another interception. That's number 4 today. Are you kidding me? And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
Well, that interception really about cost him the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
Pitch play to the back. Finds room at the 30. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race. Finally brought down, but the option produces a big game that time. That's great execution. The Horned Frogs are in the red zone. Snapping it from the red zone now, looking to throw. Trying to extend the play. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the beatdown continues.
So much about speculation on whether or not they're going to kick a field goal or go for a touchdown. They put this ball into the end zone, and they put this game out of reach. What a job by this team and by this offense.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. Believe they can line up here and go for the onside kick. And looks like the hands team were able to recover the football. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history